excited with coming home tomorrow. You too, right? But listen and enjoy my video first. Okay, I will record chapter 7 and 8. I don't know, but the last week I forgot to record. Sorry for a lot. Sorry so much. Okay. On the fifth day again, as always, it was thanks to the ship. The secrets of the little prince life was revealed to me, abruptly, without anything to lead up to it, and as if the question has been born of long and silent meditation on his problem. He demanded, "A ship, if it eat little bushes, daily flower too?" "A ship," I answered, "is anything it finds in its reach, even flowers that have thorns." "Yes, even flowers that have thorns." "Then the thorns, what ill are they?" I didn't know. At that moment, I was very busy trying to include a boat and had got stuck in my engine. I was very worried, for it was becoming clear to me that the breakdown of my plan was extremely serious, and had so little drink water left. I had to fear for the worst. "The thorns, that ill are they?" The little prince never let go of a question when he had asked it. As for me, I was upset over that boat, and I answered with the first thing that came into my head. "The thorns are of no use at all. Flowers have thorns just for spite." Oh, there was a moment of complete silence. Then the little prince flashed back at me with a kind of resentfulness. "I don't believe you. Flowers have weak creatures. They are naive. They reassure themselves as best they can. They believe that their thorns are terrible weapons." I did not answer. At that instant, I was saying to myself, "If the bow still won't turn, I'm going to knock it out with a hammer." Again, the little prince disturbed my thoughts. "And you actually believe that the flowers—" "Oh no," I cried. "No, no, no, no. I don't believe anything. I answer you with the first thing that came into my head. Don't you see, I was busy with the matter of consequence." He stared at me, thunderstruck. "Matter of consequence?" He looked at me then, with my hammer in my hand, my finger black with engine grease, bending down over an object which seemed to him extremely ugly. "You talk just like the grown-ups. That made me a little ashamed." But he went on relentlessly. "You mix everything up together. You can feel everything." He was really very angry. He thought his golden curls in the breeze. I know a panic whether a certain red-faced gentleman. He has never smelled a flower. He has never looked at the star. He has never loved anyone. He has never done anything in his life but add fingers. And all day he said over and over, just like you, "I'm busy with matter of consequence," and that make him swell up with pride. But he's not a man. He is a mushroom. "A what?" "A mushroom. The little prince has now wild with rain. The flower has been growing thorns for millions of years. For millions of years the sheep has been eating them just the same, and it's not a matter of consequence to try to understand why the flowers go to so much trouble to grow thorns which are never of any use to them. Is welfare between the sheep and the flower not important? It's not of more consequence than the fat red-faced gentleman's sons, And if I know I myself have flower would unique in the world, would grow nowhere but on my planet, but with one little sheep can destroy it in a single bite on some morning without any noticing what he's doing. Oh, the thing is not important. If I turn into white to red, from white to red as he continued, it's some of one love a flower, of which just one single blossom grow in all the millions and millions of stars. It's enough to make him happy just to look at the stars. He can say to himself, somewhere my flower is there. But if the sheep eat the flower, in one moment all his star will be darkened. And you think that's not important? He could not say anything more. His words were choked by sobbing. The night had fallen, and I had let my tune drop from my hands. Of what moment now I was my hammer, my boss of authors or death. One on one star, one planet, my planet, the Earth. There was a little prince to be comforted. I took him in my arm and broke him. I said to him, the flower that you love is not in danger. I will draw you a muzzle for the ship. I will draw you a railing to put around your flower. I will. I didn't know what to say to him. I felt awkward and blundering. I didn't know how could reach him, where I could overtake him and go on hand in hand with him one more. It is such a secret place, the plant of tears. I soon learned to know this flower better. On the little prince planet, the flower has always been very simple. They had only one ring of petal. It took one no rule at all. That's a trouble to nobody. One morning they could appear in the grass, and by night they would have faded peacefully away. But one day, from a seed bound from no one knew where, a new flower has come up, and the little prince had watched very close over this small spot, which was not like any other small spot on his planet. It might, you see, have been a new kind of baby. The shrub soon stopped growing and began to get ready to produce a flower. The little prince, who was present at the first appearance of a huge bud, felt at once that some sort of miraculous apparition must emerge from it. But the flower was not satisfied to complete the preparation for her beauty in the cellar of green chamber. He drew her color with the greatest care. He dressed herself slowly. He attracted her petals one by one. She did not wish to go out into the world all rumbles like the field poppies. It was only in the full region of her beauty, and he wished to appear. Oh yes, she was a coquettish creature, and her mysterious adornment lasted for days and days. Then one morning, exactly at sunrise, she suddenly showed herself, and after working with all his painstaking precision, he joined and said, "Oh, I'm scared weak. I bet that you will accuse me. My petal is still all to the rain." But the little prince could not restrain his admiration. "Oh, what beautiful you are!" And now the flower responded sweetly, and I was born at the same moment as the sun. The little prince could guess easily enough that she was not any too modest, but how moving and exciting she was. I think it's a time for breakfast, she added an instant later. If you would have to have the kindness of think of my niece. And the little prince, completely abashed, went to look for sprinkling came of fresh water and she tended the flower. So too he began very quickly to torment him with her vanity, which was, if the truth has no a little difficult to deal with. One day, for instance, when she was speaking of her fortune, he said to the little prince, "Let the tiger come with the cloth." "There's no tiger on my planet," the little prince objected. "And anyway, tiger do not eat wheat." "I'm not a witch," the little prince replied sweetly. "Please excuse me. I am not at all afraid of tigers," he went on, "but I have a horror of draught, and I suppose you wouldn't have a screen for me." "A horror of draught? That is bad luck for a plant," remarked the little prince and added to himself, "This flower is very complex creature, and I want you to put me under a glass glove. It was very cold where you live, in the place I came from." But he interrupted himself at that point. His come in form of a seed. He could not have known anything of any other world. Embarrassed over having let herself be caught on the verge of such a naive untruth, she carried 2 or 3 times in order to put the little prince in the wrong. The screen, "I was just going to look for it when you spoke to me." Then he fought her cough a little more so that he should suffer from remorse just the same. So the little prince, in spite of all the good wit that has inspired inseparable from his love, and soon come to doubt her. She was taken serious, but without importance, and it made him very unhappy. "I ought not to have listened to her," he confided to me one day. "One never ought to listen to the flowers. One should simply look at them and breathe their fragrance. My perfumes all my planets, but I did not know how to take pleasure in all her grace. This tale of clouds which irritated me so much should only have filled my heart with tenderness and pity." And he continued his confidence. "The fact is that I don't know how to understand anything. I ought to have judged by deeds and not by words." He cast her fragrance and her gratitude over me. I ought never have run away from her. I ought to have guessed all the affection that lay behind her poor little stratagems. Flowers are so inconsistent, but I was too young to know how to love her. Yes, okay. Tomorrow I will come back home. Yes, I think we all of us are afraid of the transport to go to home, because I'm sure that tomorrow they're full of passenger in all car, train, or plan to place or the other place, because all of people have some day off, and it's a good time for to come to home and gather together. Yes, but I wish you have a good time um, next in your families. Thank you very much.